What are you doing, you homo?
Whoa, Allie, that's Hosier. How dare you? God damn, that is not okay.
I did not say that about Hosier.
Especially this month to say that? Unbelievable. Whew.
What are you doing, you homo?
She kind of did her Bojangles voice there, Omar, right? She's got kind of a few...
I have a general racist, homophobic man.
Is that...
You gotta get Bojangles. What are you doing, you homo?
I'm auditioning for the new Grand Theft Auto.
Allie's fighting with herself. That's good stuff. Well, anyway.
I'm the guy when you walk into the bar and I'm like, what are you doing in here, you homo? And then you fight with me.
Pull that too. Now we have two different ones to use.
Yeah.
That's good.
What are you doing here, homo?
Allie fighting homophobic about
What are you doing, you homo?
All right,
You shut up, homo.
All right, well, all right.
You gotta get Bojangles.
That's
No, you gotta get it. What are you doing, you homo?
All right. Wow, aggressive.
Say it to my face.
We'll pull all those clips. We'll have some fun this weekend. Let's get into your news right now. And with our favorite homo, here she is.
Grab your Riderol. It's time for ADD News. Ooh, misinformation. This will be fun.
All right, there are plenty of people committing real crimes around here, but then there's also a different kind of lawbreaker, and that would be the influencers who are willing to do anything for a viral video, including getting fined or arrested. And if they do get fined or arrested, even better. This one involves a guy who got a Lamborghini and a helicopter together to shoot fireworks at each other, which sounds stupid, and you can die doing things like that.
Wait,
but
it
what?
sounds awesome.
Dude, and I don't care about like Lamborghini sports cars and even fireworks. I'm like, I don't really get the hype. This video is so
wrong.
cool.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
It's
Cool.
really, well, actually, the video came out last year, and it's appropriately titled Destroying a Lamborghini with Fireworks.
Which, by the way, this
And-
is like the storyline for pretty much every Fast and Furious movie.
Totally. It's like
just
you're making your own Fast and
take
Furious.
nice car, figure out cool way to blow it up. And
Yeah.
the guy, and that's the recipe because those movies do great.
And
Everyone loves a good
this
Fast
guy
and Furious.
is an influencer that basically only does videos with Lamborghinis. He just does crazy stuff with Lamborghinis and really nice motorcycles.
What a niche.
And he has like 1.3 million followers, but he just got arrested and is now facing up to 10 years in prison.
Oh.
Think of all the viral videos he can make when he smuggles a cell phone in his butt.
What are you doing, you homo?
That's right.
That's right. That's what I'm going to say in prison. So the guy now is being arrested for a video that's been out for a year already?
Yeah, so they made it in June of last year and released it around 4th of July last
Whoa.
year. And now they...
I'm watching it. It's awesome.
Isn't it so cool?
It doesn't look real.
I know.
That's real?
And everyone looks like they're having a blast.
What's the problem? What rules did he violate? Because
let me
this is
see
the
the
part
exact-
Having
that's...
too much fun?
Yeah, it was too cool? Is that the issue?
Yeah.
Shark-
It's too awesome?
Because it wasn't like a stolen car. I mean, it was his car.
I declare you too awesome. You're sentenced to life.
What would be the reason? Because I know sometimes now they're saying
Well,
that
it's
they're-
illegal to use fireworks. That's the first thing.
yeah, but that's
Not in certain
like
states?
that's like a
Yeah,
slap
but this
on
is
the
in
wrist.
San Bernardino County.
Yeah, but that's where Omar is. He's
It's
got a
San
ton of
Bernardino,
fireworks.
dude. It's fine,
Yeah.
dude. It's like the Wild West out here.
And they went to a dry lake bed where there's nobody there. But
Right.
they said he's charged with causing the placement of an explosive or incendiary device on an aircraft. And the charge is a misdemeanor unless it's determined to have occurred willfully and without regard for the safety of human life, which they think it is.
Whatever. That's why that's
Dude.
such a cool video. Because he was.
That's like, I guess that took him a year to come up with this stupid charge.
That's
They're
Yeah,
like,
no
what,
kidding.
they're like, what should we make up to get this guy arrested?
Like,
it
I-
makes us so mad.
I understand why they feel the need to crack down on people that are just attempting to go viral and doing a bunch of quote unsafe
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, this is cool, but they all could have died.
Yeah, okay, but
I mean,
they
a
did, but,
firework-
but they didn't. But they didn't, and now it's been a year. So you would think that whatever resources went into this thing, they should use those resources to, I don't know, stop all the robberies that are happening everywhere.
Oh, you mean the police?
Yeah,
Right. I thought you meant
Seems-
the influencer.
yeah, the influencers. That's what I'm saying. Start putting fireworks on homeless
will use
people.
their money to buy more cars.
That's just it's crazy to me.
All right,
Whatever.
a couple of updates in the world of animal television, which is weirdly an industry that is way more popular these days because people just love to smoke weed and zone out with Morgan Freeman telling us about the planet. But Shark Week was announced, and like anything else, they've decided to turn it into a festival. National Geographic's Shark Fest 2024 will promise a full month of never-before-seen shark footage.
That's what they always say.
And then because it's Pride Month, you also have the debut of a new documentary called Queer Planet, which is the first
What are
documentary.
you doing, you homo?
Woo. Is that the show?
That's it. That's the clip.
Sounds,
the trailer.
sounds terrible.
That's actually Morgan Freeman doing gay voice.
It sounds good.
So this is one of the people who helped organize the documentary and what she has to say about gay flamingos.
In the documentary, you learn about flamingos. Sometimes flamingos fly away from their community because they're scared off by predators. And sometimes the eggs that are abandoned are then actually adopted by gay couples or queer couples, same-sex couples, yeah. And then raised to maturity. It seems like animals tend to be pretty accepting of one another in this regard.
So we already learned about the gay penguins, right? There are those gay penguins that are like, oh, you know, they decided to raise an egg together and then they raised the penguin and everything's good. And what she's saying is that a lot of the other animals in the same species do not discriminate against other animals in their community that then turn gay. There's also a whole separate part about gay mushrooms, which I don't quite understand. But apparently there are gay plants, too.
Yeah, my wife found out about this show, and she thought I should submit my dog Jerry. She's convinced Jerry's gay, you know?
You think you can submit your dogs?
That's what she said. She said, I swear to you, she's like,
It's a documentary.
I know.
It's not a game show.
I said that to her. She's like, you got to get Jerry on this show, gay animals. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, first of all, Jerry's not gay. He just humps the Spider-Man pillow. And then she's like, no, but he also licks your ear first for half an hour to get in the mood.
See, this is what's wrong with we are teasing and singling out our queer animals.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it's not like America's Gayest Home Videos. Like,
That's another great idea.
We can't just send our dog to get on the Gay Planet show. But apparently it's a real thing.
I think doing a gay animal game show is a great idea.
This is what that would sound like.
Show me dildo.
Woo. All right, we got to get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it right now.
Klein Alley Show.
Your guys' show keeps me going throughout the week. I've got a 100-mile commute every day, and I just appreciate your guys' show. I've been listening to you guys from the beginning. Take care, guys. Love you. Sweet Dibbins.
Oh, my goodness.
KROQ. Of all of the irresponsible, stupid things you said, did Klein just suggest putting fireworks on homeless people? Really?
Yeah, is that what you really said?
That was me being a sarcastic influencer type. That's what I was.
Got it.
I don't think that's a great idea, but for the 4th of July, sure. Why not?
No. 562 had the better idea. It was, what about Gay Shark Week?
Oh, man, Gay Shark Week. That would be wild. All that chumming.
I don't know. Those teeth seem like they'd be a problem.
Friday Flex, we'll get to that this hour on the show. There is lots going on today, this morning on the show that will result in you winning tickets to stuff. We got Pomona Fairplex tomorrow for No Values. Your last chance to win your tickets with us happening at 9 a.m., and that'll be happening throughout the entire day. We'll be out there. I got my tickets yesterday. I'm planning on going, so hopefully see you out there. Omar, I think, is planning on going as well.
You haven't scoped out the cup situation there before you decide?
The good old school one-use cups. Use it, chuck it. It's the world's problem now, Allie. We'll get to that. That's rock and roll, baby. We'll get to that coming up. 4-pack of tickets, Wild Rivers, Private Cabana, $100 food and beverage, Imagine Dragons, Hollywood Bowl. Those will all be yours at some point this morning. We got that to get to. Of course, the return of Mash Tags coming up later this morning. And Jake is going to make his way from the KROQ. Did he leave already, by the way?
Yeah, I'm leaving like in 10 minutes.
Yeah, Jake's all excited. I couldn't realize he was here so early this morning in such a good mood because he's going to that
the dark matter thing?
art installation. Or immersive experience, whatever you call it, for that show he's into.
Yeah, it's going to be going on all weekend.
He really thinks, he's so stupid, Jake, you know, he thinks he's real smart, but he really does believe that he's going to be able to, like, transport himself to a new universe.
There's a universe where that box is real.
Yeah, so he thinks, because he's going to the Century City Mall, and it's probably cool, like, I'm not going to it's probably, the whole thing is probably a cool thing, but, like, Jake is convinced that, like, maybe there is a way that he goes into this box and he comes out into a different world.
Wouldn't that be a great immersive experience at the Westfield Mall?
It'd be great.
Everyone's just going into different universes.
Get us out of jail. You're probably going to end up in the food court there.
Oh, that'd be a great place to end up.
Yeah, I believe you would.
Go to a universe where all this is free.
Jake's going to bring us his patent-pending Something Nerdy with Jake the Nerd live from the box, which is a portal to another land or something like that. He'll explain it because I can't.
Depends on what door you open, Klein.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
KROQ on a Friday morning. Green Day for you there. I know that there's a lot of talk about NBA Finals and WNBA action with Caitlin Clark, but I will tell you right now, stop whatever it is you're doing and check out a beautiful video collaboration that has just been added to Klein Alley Show on Instagram. Allie does not know this, but for the past week, she has been shooting shots in the trash can right behind her, 2 feet away.
There are 2 trash cans, actually, that are pretty much right next to each other, and I still managed to miss.
There is I don't know if you've seen the final video. There is a collaboration video that's been put together that is all of your shots at the trash can from this week of the NBA Finals. And you've missed everything from paper to banana peels to wrappers. It is definitely, well, it's something else. So take a moment and enjoy it. It's up at Klein Alley Show. And this is no Caitlin Clark. Absolutely not. No. We'll get to your news now, then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show, get you into Imagine Dragons, the Hollywood Bowl, and everything else you can look forward to on this Friday morning here at KROQ. But first,
grab your Adderall. It's tool time. No, that's a different show. Here's the news or whatever.
Here we go. Oh, yeah! I got it in.
No one saw that. No cameras on that one.
All right, the Baby Reindeer saga continues. If you've seen the show Baby Reindeer, then you know that Martha is the crazy stalker from that show, but she's really a woman named Fiona who has come forward, identified herself, and did an in-depth interview saying that she had no interest in Richard Gadd, that she was not a stalker, and that Netflix completely BS'd the entire story. Now she is officially suing Netflix, and it is for... boom, $50 million. And she claims that Netflix included a lot of the real phrases that she had said to him, many of which were documented on her social media. And they used a very similar description of her and her job. So it was easy enough for people to find her. Basically, it's defamation. But I don't think that this would hold much water in court.
They may settle, give her some money to go away. But I mean, I feel like that woman, if she's anything like the character in the show, which it sounds like she is, and when she was on Pierce Morgan, she seemed like an identical, seemed exactly like the woman in the show playing her.
It's so similar because at the beginning of the show, you thought Martha seemed a little normal too. And then it turns out she's completely psycho. And at the beginning of the Pierce Morgan interview, I was like, oh, she sounds like sane. You know, she sounds like she makes sense. And then by the end of it, you're like, this woman is bat-ass crazy.
We need to get her to sue us because then we get some press for the show. And it sounds like she gets all sue happy. So just keep calling her a psycho crazy woman and she'll come after you for defamation of character as well.
Well,
slander,
Johnny,
everything
get
else.
on it. Start tweeting at her.
Because, this woman is clearly
deranged.
Unwell, at the very least. Delusional and unwell. But which woman isn't, Allie, right?
Am I right? We all have a little Fiona in us.
The reality is that I don't think even her... It's hard. You cannot have a normal conversation with a person that is not normal. She's so...
Well, especially when, you know how you watch those like court shows and you can tell when someone is just like grasping at straws to try and put together a case.
Yeah.
And then the judge can see right through it and it's like, you don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Right.
Case dismissed.
Well, she's a lawyer, remember that. So
but
maybe
I'm
she does know.
excited to see that. I want to see the whole thing televised and I want that to be made into a Netflix show.
And if Netflix were smart, and they are smart because they're great at taking their IP, intellectual property, and figuring out ways to skin it a few different ways, they will do exactly that. They'll let her, they'll say, okay, we'll agree to the lawsuit, but we're going to put some cameras on your head and we're going to film this whole process.
She would probably say, sure, great.
She's like, absolutely.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
All right, it's a day that is 43 years in the making. Today is officially Pat Sajak's last day on Wheel of Fortune.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
The last day. I've put together a little tribute from all the best Wheel of Fortune moments that we've played on the show, and yes, Right in the Butt will be featured. But before that, this is part of Vanna White's tribute that aired this week, and she got pretty emotional.
What an incredible and unforgettable journey we've had. And I've enjoyed every minute of it with you. You're like a brother to me, and I consider you a true
It's the most insulting thing a hot woman can say to you. I'm telling you, I've heard that before. That is not fun to hear.
You're like a brother.
I have had many a times where I've been sitting on a couch next to a hot woman thinking we were about to make out, and then she would turn and say, you're like a brother to me. And I would go, God damn it, that is the worst phrase to hear.
That's worse than getting friend zoned. Getting brother zoned?
It is by far worse. Because she's like, I don't even want to be friends with you.
Like, it will never happen. You have become like family.
Yeah, that phrase right there
You're
is...
like in Kentucky, they still have sex with their brothers.
Never say that. Never say that. That sucks.
Yeah.
I love you, Pat.
And then she gave him a little smooch, an air smooch at the end of it. Here are some of the best Wheel of Fortune moments when people didn't get the puzzle quite right.
Edgar. Fish love? Sorry. Jenny?
Wish list.
Kareem. Minors and hoes.
No.
A group of pill pushers?
Taunt a Chuck guy.
Snoop. Toilet Atlas.
What? Mark.
Talented artist?
Snoop.
Airport teacher. You know, everybody else.
Amanda.
Acting teacher.
Yeah, that's it.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Can't accept that.
Okay.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Yeah, that's it.
Tavares. Right in the butt? No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Someone says right in the butt when Seacrest is hosting. Watch out. That's gonna be the puzzle every time. You forgot this one now. This is my favorite Wheel of Fortune moment ever.
The smashing dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
That was close.
Wow.
Very close.
I like dumplings.
Oh, my God.
There's the Vanna White we love.
That's right.
That was
Beautiful.
one of the greats.
All right. Do you believe in true love, Klein?
No.
Okay. You just believe in finding somebody that you love enough to spend the rest of your life with them without being horribly miserable.
Find someone you can tolerate.
Yeah.
That can tolerate you. That is already difficult enough. Forget about this true love nonsense. This is where people are all mistaken. They believe that there's...
I think true love can be dangerous because if one thing goes wrong and then the image of that person is crumbled,
Yeah.
what's the foundation? The foundation has to be tolerance. You're right, Klein. I agree with you.
Tolerate. That's it. That's what we say about this radio show. You hate us at first, then you learn to tolerate us. And eventually, maybe it moves to the next level. But tolerate is where it's at.
70% of people still believe in the concept of true love,
Well,
according
they're wrong.
to a new study. And 85% of people that are married believe that they are truly in love with the person that they're married to. And I'm like, these 15%
That's like
left over,
Stockholm
those people
syndrome.
are being honest, okay? That if you are in a very happy marriage or, an okay marriage, whatever, you're just living your life, I think for the most part, people aren't in true love. They just love, I love you and we, share the same values. We have the same parenting type, whatever it is. That is what's important, more important than truly, truly loving the person.
Yeah, because what would be the definition of that? And I know people will make the argument if you feel that you found your true love and you're with them, I think you are convincing yourself of that. It's like when you get involved in a timeshare. You convince yourself it was a good move.
Like if I was filling out a survey online and they're like, are you truly in love with your partner? Like, wouldn't you just say yes just to not look like an a-hole?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there is love there, but the concept that I think
Like
some
you're
people,
not at dinner going, God, how did I get this lucky?
well, some people do feel that there is one person in the entire world that was meant for them. And that if they can find that person, which, by the way, you won't because the odds are stacked against you, that you have found your person, your true love. But the reality is there's probably a handful of people that you can tolerate. And then of that handful of people, there's a smaller handful of people that will tolerate you as well. And if you can both tolerate each other...
There's a tiny Venn diagram there.
Yeah,
and
very
in the middle,
small.
There's like 3 people that you could probably live with for the rest
And
of
if
your life.
Hallmark wants to take this and put it on a card, what we're saying now, it's
This
yours.
entire last minute,
That's all
just put
yours.
it all on the card.
Where soul meets body. Good point, 818. Believe that's plagiarism from Death Cab for Cutie. But regardless, I will accept that. We get into a brand new hour of the show right now. It will be the greatest hour of your life, and it starts now.
Klein Alley Show.
I never get to listen to you guys live, but I'm up early today. So excited. Double Deuces Blues, Dong Dong, Rock Them Panty Lines, Sweet Dibbits.
Sweet Dibbit.
KROQ. Welcome to your weekend on a Friday morning. This is the world-famous KROQ, Klein Alley Show. A couple of exciting updates to share with you as we get into a brand new hour of radio goodness for you and yours. This will be the hour you get to go see Imagine Dragons at the Hollywood Bowl. And also, because we're going to kick off a brand new round of Mash Tags, the most interactive hour in all of radio, this will be the hour you will get yourself tickets to Wild Rivers, plus private cabana, $100 food and beverage credit. And all you have to do is help us make KROQ hot, which means take any band, DJ, album, artist that you would hear on KROQ and make it hot to fit the current heat wave or heat dome that we are experiencing. And there's a couple ways you can make it hot. You can make it hot temperature-wise, or you could just make it hot, like sexy.
You can make it hot, or you can make it hot.
Like Allie's hot sister hot. Examples would include, Allie, why don't you give us a few examples?
Calcium cannons,
Calcium cannons. Nothing hotter than that.
21-year-old pilots,
Woo! That's hot.
Those are all hot, not hot.
So anyway, we'll get into your mash tags. You can text them to us, 800-520-1067. You can hit us up on the socials, Klein Alley Show, or DM us on Instagram. We'll get it all over the place so you can join us. We will read them throughout the hour, pick our favorites at the end, and you'll get to go to a water park and cool off at Wild Rivers. So that's coming up later this hour. This is exciting. Yesterday, right around this time, Megan Holiday joined us because she got stuck on a jury. She was talking all about the process of the long 5-day selection, and they finally picked her as juror number 6. She said it was going to be a massive, high-profile trial, but she didn't want to be there.
She said it was going to be definitely in the news.
So just because she came on KROQ and talked about it with us yesterday, the second she showed up, they told her to leave. They said, get the hell out of here. I don't know if she violated her juror oath or whatever, but they told her, you're off the jury. And she was so appreciative.
Dude, she texted and said, I just got excused. I wonder if somebody heard on the show today, but you guys saved the day. I love you so hard.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think that finally we found something we're good at, and that's getting you out of jury duty. So if you're on your way to jury duty, or perhaps you have been selected to be on a jury, you don't want to be a part of it, just call our show and talk about it.
Yeah, and then you're off the hook.
They'll send your ass home. That's why we're here. This is the official jury duty excuse line at 800-520-1067. So we will get to all of that this hour on the show. And Jake will be checking in from the box for something nerdy. That's all coming up later this hour. If you need us, we're here for you. Love the interaction. Mash tags officially underway. We'll share them throughout the hour. Get through this heat wave together on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show! Mornings on KROQ!
106.7 KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. We'll get through ADD News in just a moment. Then 9 o'clock sharp, we get you into No Values before we're joined in studio. Wolves of Glendale, recently called by Rolling Stone, bringing joy to audiences one idiotic song at a time. And they will be debuting a brand new idiotic song for us here at KROQ. And that is coming up a little bit later after 9 o'clock. Right now, though, Allie, we still have a few minutes left. 5 minutes left to get in on this round of mash tags. People are giving us their best KROQ, make KROQ hot, new names, updated names, mashed together names. Raymond, you're on KROQ. Go ahead.
Yes, my mash tag is Cooling System of a Down.
Cooling System of a Down. It's a good one right there. And
nice.
We'll put together our top 5 and announce the winner as we get into the brand new hour of the show. William, go ahead.
My mash tag is Megan Holiday. She's a total smoke show.
Megan Holiday, formerly known as juror number 6, but our show helped her get off of jury duty. It's one of the many benefits we give to the greater community here in Southern California. You have 5 more minutes to get them to us on the text line, on the Instagram at Klein Alley Show, or at 800-520-1067. Your mash tags.
And the text line 909 gave us the Blackout Keys and Boil Otis.
Oh, boil Otis. That is hot. When you're getting boils, it is hot. Too hot. Let's get to your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. News you need. Maybe.
All right. So because we live in California, in spring and summer, you always see those headlines that say, bear enters house and eats Oreos. And, oh, it's so funny. And people get their little, Ring cameras. And everyone passes around the viral videos. And we all have a good laugh.
They love nothing more than bear takes a dip in a pool. They love that.
When bear takes a dip or bear eats like a funny snack.
Guaranteed home run. And then they give they gave the bear the name, but it's really not that clever. They just go, we call him Cookie Bear because he ate cookies.
Yeah.
And the news is like, great.
So it seems to have taken a turn. For the first time, and I don't know if this is a sign of the world changing, we have our first fatal black bear attack in the state of California. And grizzly bears are the ones that are supposed to be more aggressive. The black bears just kind of want to eat Oreos and move on with their lives. But this bear... So what happened was this woman lives in the mountains and she would put food out for the cat, like stray cats and stuff. And she did have trash on her property, but these bears started targeting her house as a place that was a source of food. And then the bear went into the house, killed the woman, and then fed on her remains for several days.
No, big lady. Right? I mean, she had several days out of food. You think of a human would be a snack.
Think about a really good steak. If you eat, say 16 ounces and you're like, oh my God, I'm stuffed. And then you still want steak, but you can't eat more now. You have to go back later, and do several shifts. But this is the first time that a black bear has just straight up killed somebody in their home.
Yeah, but I don't wish death on people unless they're terrible people. This woman seemed nice, but when she's obviously, this is nature, and she's out there doing all this stuff. I hate the people in my neighborhood that are feeding the stray cats because they're bringing the coyotes, and there's a whole thing, and they think they're doing good for the planet, but they're really not.
I know, but when you're in that situation and a black bear enters your house, you're like, oh, I'm going to be a bear eat Oreo story, and then they just eat you?
Yeah.
Like, no one...
Dumpster.
Thank you.
Hi,
Jake's
Jake.
back.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Should have hidden a dumpster. Came back just for that line. Go back to the mall now, Jake.
So I know people leave California in droves still, and people are going to places like Texas and Florida, and I guess one of the new ones is Idaho. But they said in 2024, it's not about any of those states anymore. It's all about the Carolinas, the coast, the mountain ranges, the more temperate climate, and obviously the more affordable cost of living. Those are the pros to living in the Carolinas, and they think that's going to be the hot new move to state.
I heard Myrtle Beach specifically.
Oh, really?
If you want those beach vibes and you're like, I don't like the idea of being landlocked or whatever, you go to Myrtle Beach. And you
It's
can still
humid as hell there, though.
get like a 20,000 square foot home for $11 or something.
Yeah, my friend was one of the people who moved to North Carolina during the pandemic, and I think she bought like a 2-story giant ass house for like $200,000.
Yeah, the problem with, and we all know someone who did this, and all we hear them do is tell us how great it is because all they're trying to do is get people they know to come join them. That's why they say it. I want some
There
people
is
to
a
be
lot
real.
of pressure to visit.
Yeah, it's a lot of, you would love it
I've
here.
got all this room.
Oh, right, I know.
And my family moved to Texas. We got all kinds of room. We've got a
Right.
farm. We've
We
got,
got-
a this. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to go to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know how people will attach identifying things to their suitcases, like a ribbon or, even a luggage tag or something like that to signify that it's different than the other ones?
This is a fitting story for Pride Month, but my mom, for the longest time, would tie a giant rainbow to her suitcase so she could pick it out of the...
Like a rainbow what? Like an actual rainbow?
Like
or?
a rainbow ribbon. She had a giant rainbow ribbon on her suitcase. And then one time we landed somewhere as a family, and it was the same weekend as Pride. And she was like, oh, my God, my system is flawed. Because everyone had rainbow crap all over their luggage.
Oh, I thought she was just getting picked up at the
And
airport.
Yeah, and
Pick
she
up
got
a couple of bags and a couple of hags.
We convinced her. We said, Mom, you gotta ditch this rainbow thing. She's like, I'm not letting them take my rainbow. She was all like, I was like, Mom, I don't think you can say that.
That's so offensive.
Yeah.
So apparently experts have weighed in, and those ribbons actually make your pickup process slower. And you shouldn't put any identifying things on your bag because
Why?
it can...
That's all they talk about at the airport is be careful with your luggage. A lot of bags look alike. Your bag's not yours.
Yeah, I know. It's confusing, but they said that ribbons that people tie onto their suitcase to help identify them can cause issues with the bag being scanned in the baggage hall. And when that happens, if the bag can't be scanned automatically, it'll end up in manual processing, which means that maybe your bag wouldn't make it on the flight or it wouldn't make it to the baggage cart or whatever. And if you send your suitcase off with no identifier, no old travel stickers, no weird ribbons or anything, that is the best chance your bag has at arriving with ease.
Yeah. To who, we don't know, but it'll arrive to someone. Hey, thanks for checking out some of our radio show on KROQ. Just between you and me, we're about to fire Allie, so hopefully you didn't get used to her too much. But thanks for checking it out, and we appreciate you checking out the live radio show. And nothing.
But you're filming something. Aren't they supposed to be involved in this?
We're not filming anything.
There's a camera right there.
Just part of the... Bye.